Good morning. Welcome to Sew Like a Pro Quilters Edition. I want to show you this easy circle to create. I call it a fussy cut, but it's an easy circle. So this is my inspiration. The supplies you're going to need is this quilter's template. That was easy. You take a sheet, and I created my template. Mine is 6 1/4 inch. I used just this ring to create it. And then take a piece of cardboard and create another template. This is for pressing. This one is for cutting. 6 1/4, 6 inches. Then to make it easier to cut out, I use this rotary cutter. It's called a Lazy Susan. This makes it real easy to cut out your circles, and a smaller rotary cutter. So after I get all of my circles cut out, then I want to do a basting stitch 1/4 inch all the way around. Now I want to press it. So I'm going to use my template without my seam allowance for pressing. I want to take and pull the 2 basting stitches. So first I want to pull it just a little bit to get it started. The entire thing. But not a lot, just enough to get it started so we can get it to fit around the template and we can ease it in and press it. So just a little. And as you can see, this is going to take some time. It's going to take some time to do your top stitch. It's going to take some time for you to do your pressing. So, but it's really easy to get these circles, and they're going to look really, really good when you get finished pressing them. So I just start with pressing a little, and then I wrap a little bit more around. Make sure it's not too much, and you keep it real close to that thread, that basting stitch, and keep going until you get the entire thing on your template. And the white thread should not be shown on the front, so your basting stitch should not be showing. And look, you keep going till you get the whole thing pulled around and press, and no puckers. No puckers. So then we lay this on the front side, look. No puckers. So when you cut your templates, they have to be perfect. You can't have like zaggy lines, choppy lines on your template, else, that's your guide for your pressing to get these perfect. So when I take this off, then I lay it back on my pressing table or ironing board, and I press it again to make sure it's laying nice and flat. So like I said, this is going to take some time, but it's worth it. Your project is worth it. Then we press it nice and flat. Then after you do that, you're going to take it and fold it in half. Put a crease in it. Fold it in half. Put a crease in it. And your fabric that you're going to use, do the same thing. So you can find your placement, your center placement. And when we get that, you can press it with a crease if you like. So then after you get that, pin it in place in like the 4 different places. Then moving forward, you can just measure this distance and this distance, and then you don't have to fold all of them the entire time to create this. Then after you sew these all together, I rehearse my foot several times to figure out what line I want my stitching line to be. So I practice that with different attachments till I get what I want. Now, this might bleed through. So after you finish, you might want to take your little embroidery scissors and go back and cut away this circle. Save it, use it for another project later, because you don't want it to bleed through, plus you eliminate the bulk. Then when I'm ready to stitch all of these together, I want to make sure that all of these are my lengthwise grain lines that I'm joining together. Then my crosswise grain lines I'm joining together to make sure that they sewing and stitching the same way. These are stretching the same way. So if I sew my lengthwise to my crosswise, one is stretching and the other one is not. If I make sure all of these are the lengthwise when I put it together, I'm gonna have less problems. So may God bless all your knitting, growing, quilting projects, and make sure you always do something for charity. God bless you. Have a great holiday.